It has been confirmed that 2 people are dead in the UCLA shooting. Authorities still do not know where the shooter is, so it is still considered there an active shooter situation. As we have seen a number of SWAT teams move into the building. Bolter Hall is the location where the incident is said to have occurred. It's part of the engineering department there at UCLA. Joining me right now with more is former CIA covert op officer Mike Baker, security brief host Paul Viollis, and retired Chicago Sergeant Peter Kokonis. I think one of the interesting things about having all 3 of you here on a day like today is that each of you would have performed a separate role in a shooting situation like this. So as we just heard from Sergeant Kokonis, he's not worried necessarily about who the shooter is. He wants to secure the building. Peter, however, you would be looking at a different part of this investigation, and one would have to think that each of the different teams there on site right now are doing exactly this. Walk us through it.
Holistically, you're going to start with creating a perimeter, an outer perimeter, and an inner perimeter on the building that you know of. And then, as the sergeant was saying, you're going to have to sweep the building and clear the building, identify and verify if there are victims, what the victims are, how well the victims are at that point. Now you know they're 2 dead. You still have to clear the building. But bearing in mind, this is one building on a massive campus, so you cannot assume that that's your only crime scene. So police are spreading across the campus while it's on lockdown, and will have to continue that until they can verify that they have, in fact, the shooter. Simultaneously, you have to take pieces of information. You have to take the information on the victim, because that's going to help you further identify who the shooter is. You have to go back to the school newspaper, because you need to find out from them, where did you get the information on the shooter? Was it an eyewitness that said, I saw a white guy that's 6 foot tall wearing black clothes? That's not going to help me. Or did you get live video feed? That's going to help us start to identify what direction was he headed, was he driving, etc. I
do want to report to our viewers that we are getting reports right now that students are using belts to lock their doors to try and keep themselves safe. We also know that the student newspaper there, which initially reported that the shooter was a white male, roughly 6 feet tall, dressed in black pants and a black hoodie, that website for the student newspaper is actually down right now, likely because it saw so much traffic from not just students there on campus, of which there are 43,000, but also everyone in the outside world that's watching this story so carefully right now.